Some betrayals break your heart. Others break your soul. But the worst ones, they rip apart everything you've built. Your home, your identity, your family. That's what her affair did to me. And yet, in the end, I smiled, because I got the last laugh. My name is Daniel. I'm 41, a father of 2, and for nearly 13 years, I thought I was happily married to a woman named Carolyn. She was my high school sweetheart, the kind of girl who lit up every room she walked into. Smart, funny, beautiful, the kind of woman that made people wonder how I got so lucky. We built a life together, a house in the suburbs, 2 wonderful kids, a golden retriever, family, camping trips, weekends at soccer games. I worked in IT consulting. She ran her own bakery business from home. We had ups and downs, like any marriage, but nothing that ever felt unfixable. Or so I thought. Looking back now, the signs were there. I just didn't want to see them. The late-night texts, the sudden work meetings at odd hours, the quick flashes of guilt in her eyes when I'd catch her staring at her phone. And the biggest one, the way intimacy vanished without explanation. Still, I trusted her. I wanted to trust her, because what kind of man wants to believe the woman he built a life with could lie to his face? But everything changed on a Thursday evening, one I'll never forget. I was at home helping our youngest with her math homework when I got a call from a friend, Tony, a guy I've known for over 20 years. We don't talk often, but when he called, his voice was low and serious. Double quotes. Don, I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but you deserve to know. I saw Carolyn today, at the Harbor Inn Hotel. She wasn't alone. He sent me pictures. My heart stopped. There she was, my wife, walking hand in hand with a man I didn't recognize, smiling, kissing in the parking lot like teenagers. I stared at the photos for a long time. I don't know how long. Long enough for the kids to finish their homework and ask when dinner would be ready. I didn't say anything that night, or the next day. I played my role, the quiet, smiling husband, while something inside me fractured in silence. But I had a plan, because if Carolyn was going to destroy everything we had, I wasn't going to go down quietly. Over the next month, I gathered evidence. I hired a private investigator. I copied texts, downloaded emails, took photos of her sneaking out, tracked her business expenses that were really dates in disguise. I documented everything, not for revenge, but for clarity, for custody, for court. And then I did something even colder. I smiled. I kissed her goodnight. I tucked in the kids. I brought her coffee in the morning. And all the while, she thought she was getting away with it. She had no idea the walls were closing in. On the day I confronted her, I waited until the kids were at school. I laid out all the evidence on the kitchen table, photos, phone records, bank statements. I poured her a cup of tea and said, calmly, "Sit down, we need to talk." She turned white. Her hands trembled. "You're scaring me," she whispered. "You should be," I said, "because I know everything." She didn't deny it. She started crying, rambling about how lonely she'd been, how I'd been emotionally distant, how the other man made her feel alive. I let her talk. Then I handed her the divorce papers and said for words I'd been waiting weeks to say, "I want full custody." She lost it, screamed, cursed, accused me of being cruel, said I was tearing the family apart. I just laughed, not because it was funny, but because the hypocrisy was so staggering I couldn't help myself. "You destroyed this family the moment you chose him over us," I said. "Now you can live with it." Court was brutal. She tried to paint me as cold and manipulative, claimed I'd emotionally abandoned her, that I was controlling. But the evidence, it spoke louder than anything. The judge saw through it. I got primary custody of the kids. She got visitation. I kept a house. She moved into a tiny apartment on the edge of town. And the best part, the man she left me for, he dumped her 2 months later. Turns out he didn't want to be a stepfather. He just wanted the affair. the thrill, the sex. And when the fantasy faded, so did he. She tried to come back after that. Showed up crying on the porch, asking if we could rebuild. Told me she made a mistake, that she still loved me. But by then, I was already laughing on the inside, because I had rebuilt. Without her, I had my kids, my peace, my pride, and a clear reminder that loyalty should never be wasted on someone who treats it like a joke. Now, I drop the kids off at school every morning. I cook dinner with them every night. We laugh, play board games, and cuddle up for movies. Carolyn. She shows up for visits, tries to hard, brings gifts to compensate. The kids love her, but they see it now, that she's not who they thought she was. I don't badmouth her. I don't need to, because her own actions told the story better than I ever could. And in the end, she lost the marriage, she lost the house, she lost the man who would have done anything for her, all for a thrill that lasted a few hotel visits. So yes, her affair destroyed our family. But in the rubble, I found something better, my strength, my kids, my freedom. And best of all, I got the last laugh.